guys, and welcome back to this place. If you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today is very exciting because we are going to be watching season 1, episode 12 of Battlestar Galactica. We are officially in the 2-part finale of season 1. I can't believe it, honestly. This has gone by so fast for me, and I am excited to see the cliffhanger, hopefully, the suspense, the intrigue, just how we're going to wrap up season 1 and what mystery maybe or what storyline we are going to set up for going into season 2. Last time we were on Cloud 9. We had Ellen scheming with Zarek. We had Hilo on Caprica discovering Sharon Boomer's secret. Gaius being appointed the vice president to President Laura. And yeah, just excited to see where we go from here. So I'm not going to ramble too much. Let's get right into it. Father-son bonding. You shouldn't leave his other hand down like that. Always protect your face. Who is this? Was that Lee and Starbuck? I thought it would take them longer to get together if it was. It was definitely Starbuck. Could not for sure tell if it was Lee or not. Okay, so it wasn't. Is all this happening at the same time? Okay, very aggressive father-son bonding. I want to know who Starbuck's with, though. I need to see a face. If this is indeed all happening at the same time. Oh shit. No, she won't hurt you. She won't hurt you.
Stop! Don't come any closer.
She loves you. Wow, it would be so hard to, learn this, though. What you doing? What you doing, Boomer? Boomer.
Just do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Hilo, please. He can't kill the woman he loves. Right? Even if she is a Cylon. Right? No, Boomer. Why is all of this happening so quickly? It's stressing me out. No. Girl, stop. Not you, Starbuck. You're fine. Lord, who is it? Who is it?
Lee.
Oh.
Lee.
Okay, so it was Gaius, but she was pretending it was Lee. You guys. I'm shook. No, Boomer. There's too much happening. I can't take this. The awkwardness, though, you guys.
You don't lose control.
Sex.
No, you gotta lose control. Let your instincts take over.
I feel bad for her. She doesn't want to watch that. I mean, honestly, kind of deserved, because you're kind of an asshole for doing that to her, I think. Hilo, no. Hilo, stop it. Hilo, do not. You guys, that was a very stressful start to the episode. Too much is happening. Not too much, but too much at once for me to keep up with, Okay, so Adama is trying to use the sparring as a lesson, and Lee is just using it as sparring, right? But he being Adama wants Lee to never take it easy, because you should always treat it like it's a fight, right? Even if it's a test. Is it the president?
The doctor said I have 6 months. The cancer's moved into my lymphatic system.
That sucks.
You made a true believer out of me. You are going to guide us to Earth.
But she won't make it there. Isn't that in the prophecy as well?
Doctor, I have not. No, thank you, doctor. I have the lunch later.
This, a little bit of that.
Don't distract me about the instant
It's uncanny, and I raise you another 30.
Are they gonna get in a fight?
You can't compete with me. I always win.
Never seen you like this, guys. Disappointing somehow. Common.
I mean, people react. I mean, she said someone else's name.
Oh! You are.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
What, there's a card game?
Oh. Awkwardness.
Would you like to play? Maybe you'd like to sit next to Captain Adama.
I got things to do.
The awkwardness is very obvious. Yeah.
Bartering will continue for the foreseeable future. We do
You love her.
I don't think he loves her, but he might like her.
If something should happen to me, it is vital that you comprehend the political structures there. Do you understand this?
Answer me.
Of course I understand. My answer is no. No, I don't think that I can handle this right now. I am tired of being pushed and prodded around. I'm not your plaything.
Plaything? I think perhaps you need a break from this.
Yep. I would say he needs a minute.
We need a break.
Oh gosh. But I like 6. She's so expressive, and for some reason, I don't understand. She loves that man.
I'd like to be alone.
How can you love her, guys?
I don't.
I know everything you know.
Does he? I mean, I figured he liked her, like he was attracted to her and he liked her personality and stuff, but I didn't think he was like in love with her.
Did you want something in particular this time?
It's not safe to remain on Galactica.
Yeah, what?
It's a surprise.
No.
What is it?
Yeah.
Another Cylon bomb, right?
Come on, 6.
Is it an agent?
Is it Boomer?
Tell me!
I don't like that. I don't like that. I want her to be honest with him and like tell him shit.
Raptor 1 preparing to jump to Sector 728. Let's hope we find some supplies out there.
Is that Earth? Kind of giving Earth vibes. Do you recognize
Are you
it
seeing this?
from like legend or history books or I don't know? Or just the readings?
Oceans.
Yeah.
Continents.
Atmosphere reads as
Oxygen?
nitrogen, oxygen.
Yeah.
Boomer.
Oh god, is her Cylon taking over?
Do you think this is Earth?
Could be.
It's more important than that.
What does that mean? Okay, so he hasn't killed her.
There's some things you should know.
Not even Sharon.
But I am Sharon.
Whatever twisted thing you are not Sharon.
I mean, she is. She is Sharon. Like I'm pretty sure they share like a consciousness or something.
Going hunting?
Is he gonna confront her about Gaius?
If our boy here can shoot anything with our ammo.
I'm not as smart as Dr. Baltar.
He's so jealous.
So fracking the vice president of the colonies just seemed like a great way to waste some time.
I don't owe you anything.
So I'm just a CAG, and you're just a pilot. Pilot who can't keep her pants up.
Okay, she can have sex with whoever she wants. You're not dating.
Oh, it is just like old times. Like when you got drunk and you couldn't keep your hands off the major, wherever.
All right. Bitch. No.
Why'd you do it, Kara? Just tell me why.
Not okay on either of
I'm
your
a screw up,
parts.
please.
Why does it... Okay, like, I get he likes her. She likes him, clearly. But they're not dating. She owes him nothing. She can have sex. She can frack whoever the hell she wants. I don't appreciate his alpha male macho bullshit.
How old are the ruins?
The initial estimates have it on the order of approximately 2,000 years.
That's around the time the 13 tribes first left Kobol.
So is it Kobol? Not Earth?
This is an inhabited city.
What? People live there? There's people there?
Buildings.
Humans? Don't lead the Cylons to more humans.
What did you see?
What did she... I mean, I saw it, but I wasn't sure.
Dome-like structure with 6 roads leading out of it like spokes, like the forum on Caprica, actually.
Why? What does your scripture prophecy stuff say?
Forum in the Opera House on Kobol.
That's what it was.
This planet is Kobol.
Oh. So it's in ruins now. There's not people there anymore.
Birthplace of mankind, where the gods and men lived in paradise until the exodus of the 13 tribes.
Okay, so that's a big deal.
Scriptures, the myths, the prophecies, they're all real.
So say we all.
So say we all. All right, Boomer, I'm not approving of this. She's trying to, I get it. She's trying to stop herself because she senses somewhere inside that she's
Hello, Lieutenant.
a Cylon, right?
Hey, Doc.
What's he gonna do? He knows that she's a Cylon, so is he worried that she could activate?
I'm just cleaning my gun.
That is not what you were doing, but I'm glad that he walked in.
What's going on?
Looking for Lieutenant Thrace, but sometimes it's good to talk these things over.
Sometimes I have these dark thoughts. The model is weak.
I don't think it's weak. I think that she just cares. That's not weakness.
But I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt someone. I feel like I have to be stopped.
You can't help her, guys.
He could. Let him try.
But you could probably sleep with her. That's what you want, right?
No, it's not. 6, your jealousy is showing.
Life can be a curse as well as a blessing.
Sure, that's true.
There are far worse things than death. Listen to your heart. Embrace that which you know to be the right decision.
Okay, well, I don't know about that. I'm kind of scared of what she might do. I like her. I don't... That was very, like, paternal almost. Like the kiss on the forehead, I mean. No, did she? She didn't. She didn't. Right? She didn't. That makes me really sad.
You might be right. This may be Kobol.
The scriptures tell us that Kobol points the way to Earth.
Organize a ground survey team. 3 Raptors.
Guys, your advice is shitty.
You should go.
Galactica's not safe.
You don't want to be here when it happens.
I'm going to volunteer for the survey party. As your chief science advisor, I'm expected to analyze all of the samples the team bring back. It'll be far more efficient if I can gather the samples by myself, unless you have any objection.
No objections. We need to talk.
Oh. She's gonna tell them about her diagnosis. Okay, she's not dead, right?
You okay?
She shot herself in the face.
It's hard to imagine that you forgot to check the chamber.
Okay, I'm glad she
I didn't forget.
Oh my god, she admitted it.
I wake up and wonder if I'm gonna hurt someone.
Sharon, you need help.
Not from you.
I mean, you can still be friends just because you're not
I'm on my own.
No, you're not.
having sex. It's very dangerous.
You're dismissed.
It's very dangerous to be alone when you're in that kind of headspace, you know? I think that she can do it. I think that she can beat her programming.
If we had the arrow of Apollo, we could take it down to Kobol, and we could use it to open the tomb of Athena and find our way to Earth.
I didn't know you were that religious.
Neither did I.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't believe.
There is no Earth. You understand that?
It would seem that we were wrong.
She used to think that.
Just because you and I don't know where it is doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
It does exist.
These stories about Kobol, gods, the arrow of Apollo.
They're just stories.
Just stories.
Yeah. But you found Kobol. Would that not be evidence? If there's like an actual civilization there.
Cylon Raider has been successfully jump tested. Cylon technology obviously outstrips our own. The Raider can jump all the way back to Caprica and retrieve that arrow and find our way to Earth.
The Raider's a military asset. We're gonna use it to go chasing some mythical arrow.
So it's gonna go to Caprica. Could that be how Hilo comes back into it?
Jump in. 10, 9, 8.
Jump complete, gentlemen.
Silence.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit. Jump away. Jump, 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 jump. Can they jump? Can they jump? Jump. Can you jump?
Fire the turbine. Shutting it down.
Okay, come on. Fly. You know how to do it. Oh god, they're gonna have to emergency land. Jump. Hopefully they can't follow you. Hopefully they don't follow you.
Whenever they're within a certain proximity to one another, they send off a short IFF burst. They're silent transponders.
Oh god, okay. That ship needs to come back so that they can hear that shit's happening.
Raptor 275, sir.
Yeah.
Back early. Something's wrong.
Yes, it is. Something is very fracking wrong.
What the hell are you doing?
He's trying to land. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Ah, this stresses me out. I feel very stressed. Oh god. I thought that was gonna be
We need a way to take out the bishop.
How? It's
Starbuck's
massive.
already working on a plan using the captured raider to get a nuke into the base ship.
The raider?
When did this happen?
She said she's working on the details and we'll have her report at 1400.
Go talk to Starbuck and report back to me.
Lieutenant Thrace, attention! Attention!
I don't like this tension.
At ease. So what's the plan?
I don't like that he pulled rank either.
I'm putting an autopilot in the raider. Jump him to the base ship. Engage the autopilot. Punch out.
Nuke goes off.
Yeah. But again, they told us the plan.
Might get you killed.
Well, you told us the plan, so
Would you miss me, sir?
he would.
I need every pilot I have, even the screw-ups.
She's not a screw up.
Captain, I'm really sorry.
Sorry for hurting his feelings. Sorry for what exactly? Because I don't necessarily disagree, but I need to know what she thinks she's apologizing for.
Go on.
For a drug-induced vision of prophecy.
The gods have a different plan. Would you please get me Lieutenant Thrace?
So she wants to not use the raider because she wants to use the raider to go back to Caprica to get Apollo's arrow or spear or whatever.
Do you believe in the gods, Lieutenant?
She does.
Yes, I believe.
She was praying for his soul.
If you believe in the gods, then you believe we are all playing our parts.
That's the way I was raised. But that doesn't mean that my part in the story is to go off on some crazy-ass mission against orders.
I am dying.
Yep.
What?
Scriptures tell us a dying leader led humanity to the promised land. If you go back to Caprica and bring me the arrow, I will show us the way.
Okay, this is kind of fucked up because she's using her faith against her, right? In a way.
The old man is our last chance to find Earth. He knows where it is. He said so. You were there.
He lied. Is she gonna tell her that he lied? Oh, is she gonna tell her? Oh no, Kara's gonna be so upset.
Commander Adama has no idea where Earth is. He never did. He made it up in order to give people hope.
Yeah. Oh. Poor Kara. Oh God. She's gonna be upset.
How much longer till we reach Earth?
It's hard to say.
You got a guess?
You know, I don't like to guess.
She's testing him, not outright asking.
We getting closer?
Sure we are.
She knows he's lying now. Doesn't she? I'm scared. What's she gonna do?
Request permission to speak with Galactica Actual.
Starbuck wants to speak to you, sir. She's on a scrambled channel.
She wants to talk to him personally. She wants to ask outright, maybe?
I believed you. Believed in Earth.
Oh, God.
What are you doing, Starbuck?
She's gonna do it.
Bringing home the cat, sir.
Whatever you're gonna do,
you won't regret.
You don't regret it later.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
She's gonna do it? She's gonna jump to Kobol?
She's spinning up the Raider's FTL drive.
She's going. She's jumping.
Galactica Apollos, he just jumped away.
She went to Earth. Or not Earth, Caprica.
Where the hell did she go?
He has an idea. Yeah. Is he gonna have words with the president? Of course, that's where it's gonna end. So there's a lot that I think that I want to talk about in this episode. Obviously, it's part 1, so probably I will get some of the answers or some furthering of the things that I have to discuss in part 2. I'm still going to talk about it, even if I find it out like right in the very next episode. So one thing that I don't think that we'll find out in the next episode, although we could, that I think is really interesting is so much of this show is about religion, right? And the way that different religions intersect and the way that people's faith determines their actions a lot of times. But I think in this episode, we sort of have the question of, is that faith going to be rewarded or not, right? Obviously, on Earth, in like the world that we occupy, which this world is a mirror of, if you have faith, if you believe in XYZ, like God, let's say, or gods, or something like that, right? There will never be a worldly, earthly confirmation that your faith is true, right? Like, you're never going to find exact corroborating evidence. It's an answer, or it's a faith that is very much rewarded after death. Yeah, and like on Earth, obviously people get a lot of things from having faith. They get peace of mind, they get comfort, they get, XYZ. But like, they will not get earthly rewards for having faith in divinity, essentially, right? If that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining it correctly. Yet, in the show, we're being presented with a very interesting sort of proposition, and that is there could be, for them, an earthly reward for having faith in a divine being, or beings in this case, right? Their scripture, their book says that they can physically find things on Kobol, what they believe to be Kobol, and they can open something on Kobol that will very much give them the reward of finding Earth a very real place. At least to us it's real because we literally live on it, but I'm assuming in the show it is real. But again, I don't know that for sure. But if in the next episode the arrow or spear or whatever it was of Apollo opens up the tomb of Athena, if it opens up the tomb of Athena and points them to Earth, then that is going to be a very earthly, for lack of a better word, reward for something for having faith, right? Which I think is an interesting sort of deviation from our faith, like the faith that people on Earth have, if that makes sense. Because again, like, there's no, if you find X, Y, and Z, then you will have the keys to the place that you're hoping for, right? At least not in such an actual physical way. I hope that's making sense. So I think that's going to be a really interesting thing if their faith is actually physically rewarded in this life versus only in the next life, right? So I think that that's an interesting thing, and it will be an interesting sort of, in my opinion, deviation from like the faith that us people of Earth have, right? I think that it would be a lot easier for people to have faith if they could find a physical representation in this world of it, if that makes sense. Sorry, I know that might have been like very rambly. Hopefully my editor can cobble that into some semblance of making fucking sense. We'll see. Fracking sense, excuse me. Some other things that I thought was really interesting in this episode was that I do think that it's unfair of the president to use Kara's faith against her, sort of, right? She is a military person, and for her to disobey orders is a very big deal, right? Like, I don't think Adama will punish her, hopefully, as harshly as he would just anybody for it, right? Which, isn't super fair, but it is the world that we're living in. But I do think that it is kind of unfair for her to just use her faith against her in that way to get her to do what she wanted her to do, right? So something else that I think is really interesting in this episode is Gaius and his interactions with Starbuck and with Six. I was not expecting it to be Gaius. Like, I had a fleeting moment when I was like, the only person that I can think of that she would be having sex with, if it's not Lee, is Gaius. But the hair. So they totally tricked us because they used the actor for Lee. in that scene. And I'm like, well, that's Lee, you know, but it wasn't. It was just in Kara's head. So, but I do think it's interesting that Gaius actually has developed feelings for her and isn't just interested in having sex with her, because I did not get that vibe from him initially. I got the vibe that like he thought she was fun. He thought it was fun to banter with her. He thought it was fun to like joke with her. He thinks she's attractive, obviously. And so he just wanted a bit of fun, which is fair, you know? So I think it's interesting if it is going to be that he actually has serious feelings for her, because I did not see that. And I think it's an interesting storyline to go down, because him and Six I do very much like, and I do kind of like ship it. And like the emotion on Trisha Helfer, right? That's her name. On her face in this episode was beautiful. Like the scene with Gaius and Six and Boomer, like all of the acting in that scene was like spectacular. And she can convey so much with just a look. Like you could see the sort of devastation on her face, right? She wants him. She loves him. She wants him to love her. But also it's very hard because she isn't really there. Like she is there. I fully believe that her consciousness is in his consciousness, right? But she's not physically there. And that's going to be hard for a lot of people to sort of reconcile. Like people are very social creatures. We need touch. We need that intimacy of human connection, right? So I can't blame Gaius for wanting that and for being sad that he can't have it with her. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I've said it before, I ship Lee and Kara, so I would prefer that and then like Gaius and Six, but we'll see what the show gives me. Also, very much not a fan of Lee's reaction to finding out what Kara did with Gaius, right? She is, as I said in the episode, a grown-ass adult who consented and can sleep with whoever the frack she wants, you know? Like, that's her choice. And I understand for him it's coming from a place of jealousy because he really likes her, but that does not make his reaction in any way okay. He also slut-shamed her, which is pretty fucked up. Really don't like that. Don't like that he insinuated that just because she's had sex with a couple people in like years that in any way makes her less deserving or less worthy of respect. You know, like I said, they are not in a relationship. They both have feelings for each other. His position of authority over her makes a relationship between them almost impossible, just from a logistical standpoint, right? Like the power imbalance makes a relationship tricky. The fact they're in the military, fraternization is very much frowned upon, as we learned a couple episodes ago. So that would make it tricky. The fact that she was engaged to his brother makes it tricky. So the feelings that they have for each other are very layered with complications. So they can't just frack each other, you know? Like they can't just do that without worrying about the consequences and everything. So as I talked about 20 seconds ago, she's a person. They're people. Humans desire intimacy. They desire connection. They desire physically touching each other, you know? And so, yeah, maybe she'll have sex with somebody else besides you, even though she has feelings for you. Even though she would rather be having sex with you, as we saw during that scene, you know? That doesn't make his vast overreaction, in my opinion, okay, right? It doesn't make his slut-shaming of her okay. It doesn't make his hitting of her okay. Her hitting of him, also not okay. Like, physical abuse in a relationship initiated by a man or a woman, not okay, okay? It's not okay. I don't like that either of them rose to that level. I don't like that it was depicted in that way. Yeah, I was just not a fan of it, and I feel the need to call it out because I don't think that that's okay. And I didn't like that she apologized to him unless she was apologizing for physically hitting him, which, again, not okay. That I approve of. She does need to apologize for that. That deserves an apology. he needs to apologize to her for physically hitting her, for slut-shaming her, for judging her unduly, in my opinion as well. But if she's apologizing for the fact that she slept with Gaius and wanted to sleep with him, like, I don't think that she needs to apologize for that, you know? Like, I think that if she wants to apologize for that, if she feels bad for that because he found out and she feels guilty, like, that's okay. But again, I just really dislike his reaction, and I felt like it was very not okay. Again, her hitting him, also 0% okay, okay? Physical abuse, altercations in a relationship, friendship, whatever, it's not okay. So I disagree. I think they're both in the wrong for that. And he was in the wrong for what I said earlier. So I hope that they'll address that in the next episode. I hope that he will apologize because he fucking needs to. That was just very shocking and not okay to me, you know. As I don't think it's okay to you guys. Like, I think anybody's like, what the fuck, that's not okay. The next thing I want to talk about is Boomer's, I'm trying to think of how to say it because YouTube does not like certain words, attempt to herself, right? So I feel really bad that she was in such a, I think she still is, in such a bad headspace because of the fact that she's having such conflicting feelings because she is a Cylon and a part of her knows that she's a Cylon. So she is very conflicted in herself because she can feel the part of her that wants to hurt people, and she's terrified of that part of her, and she doesn't understand it because Gaius told her that she's not a Cylon. But I think that in, like Six said, deep in her heart, she knows that she is, and she's really struggling against that programming, and she doesn't want to hurt people. It's hard to talk about because I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to trigger anybody or hurt anybody. I think if you are in a place like Boomer is, where you are feeling like the world would be better off without you, then please call a hotline. Please get help. Please tell somebody that you love, because I promise you that there are people that will miss you, that the world is a better place with you in it, and that it will get better, even if it doesn't seem like it will ever at the moment. Yeah, I really feel for her being in that place, and I think that she can overcome her programming. We've seen it with Caprica, her, and Hilo, and she can be more than what she was programmed to be. And I really hope that we will see that arc for her throughout the show, because I don't want to see her give up on herself, you know. I would really like to see her embrace who she is and become the best version of herself that she can be. I am also curious about Hilo and Sharon on Caprica and what's going to happen there. Of course, now Starbuck. Starbuck is going to Caprica, which is just now thinking about how it's literally covered in Cylons. So, but she's in a Cylon Raider, so maybe they won't know that it's not one of them immediately, at least. But I'm curious. Like, I think that's how the storyline is gonna continue, right? Because Hilo is on Caprica, and now Starbuck is going to Caprica, and Sharon's obviously on Caprica, and we're gonna see how that all works out. But I am curious, and I think that that's all that I need to ramble on about for this episode. There's probably a bunch more that I'm forgetting, but if so, I will talk about it in part 2, which you guys can watch if you're on Patreon right now, which is, you can find it in the description down below, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode thus far of Battlestar Galactica. That's it for now. I hope to see you guys for part 2 of the finale of season 1 next time. Until then, bye guys.